Hi everyone and welcome back. In today's tutorial, I'm going to show you step by step how to connect your on-premise SQL database to Power Apps using the on-premise data gateway. By the end of this tutorial, you'll be able to securely bring your local data into the cloud so that you can build powerful data-driven apps right inside of Power Apps. Let's dive in. Most people wonder to say Power Apps is usually cloud-based systems, but we already have applications that are running on our on-premises. We have got databases that are there. Can we use Power Apps to build on top of those databases that are existing on our premises? And how can we make sure that the data flow is secure from on-premise to the cloud? This is the reason why I decided to record this tutorial, because what we're trying to do is to make sure that we have an interface between our on-premises and the cloud. What I have here is that I've set up a simple database that will be tracking our customer complaints. I've added in 5 sample rows, and what we're going to do is we're going to take this information and then replicate it into the cloud. Not replicating it per se, but we'll be able to view it in the cloud. We'll be able to make edits in the cloud, and we'll be able to also have an interface with everything that is on premise. We can actually build on top of it inside of Power Apps in the cloud. And how exactly are we going to achieve that? We're going to achieve that by using a tool that we call On-Premise Gateway. So it's a tool that is provided by Microsoft, and what it does is it encrypts the data and then makes sure that it's secure when it's going in and out of your setup or your environment. So without further ado, let me walk you through how to set up the On-Premise Gateway, and after that I'll show you how we will pull this information into Power Apps, and then from there come up with the solutions, automations, everything else that we are acquainted with. To set up your on-premise gateway, first of all, we need to download it. So we go to this page. I'll have the link in the comment section below, and then you click on download. When the download is done, we now have to install the on-premise gateway. How we do it is run the installation file, accept the terms and conditions, click install. Upon finishing the installation, you need to now set up your gateway. How you do it is that you first of all need to authenticate with your email. So you sign in. Now you have got 2 options. You can register a gateway or you can migrate a gateway. If you already have a gateway that has been hosted on another computer or server, what you do is you can just move that onto the current device that you're setting the on-premise gateway on. In this scenario, I'll walk you through how to set up a new gateway. So we'll select the first option, click next, and we can give it a name. So I can say on-prem SQL database. Okay, you need to set up the password for recovering and when you're migrating it. And here's the part that usually confuses people. When you're setting up your tenant, your Office 365 tenant, each and every tenant is hosted in a specific region. So when you're setting up an on-premise gateway, what usually happens is that it's defaulted to your default region, the way where you're actually hosting your tenant in. But if the Power Apps environment that you're using for developing, if that environment is not sitting in your default tenant, for example, if my development environment in Power Apps is not in South Africa, then it will mean that this on-prem gateway, I won't be able to see it. All right. So for now, I have got a region. I've got an environment that is sitting in the USA region. So I will change this to USA. Okay. And when that is done, I'll click done and I'll click on configure. What is happening now is that I'm registering this on-prem SQL database to the cloud now. And this is available in my account. I can set it up to say I want to share this with this person in my tenant, or I want to share with the whole organization. That is all up to you. So now I've logged into my Power Apps portal. Our gateway, as you can see here, it has completed installing and it's online now. We can use Power Apps and Power Automate. We can't use Fabric, because it's not in default. I'll explain this later, and we can also use this. So this is my USA tenant, as you can see here, USA environment, sorry. From here, how do we know that we actually have it live? All right. What you do is, if you go on the right hand side here, you'll see gateways. For those of you that don't see this, you can click on more, and then from here you can pin whatever you want to be able to see. So if maybe if the gateways are not here, are not pinned, you can check, you can pin the items that you want. So you can discover all. You see that there's a lot of applications that you have here. So if you're not seeing it here, go to more, and then you can check to say I want to see this. If I go to gateways here, you see that our on-prem SQL database gateway that we've just created is live there. And from here I can see the details, and as you can see here, it's running, and it's also showing me the latest version, because the way to install it is each and every time you have to download the gateway from this website. So each and every time that is out of date, you can just reinstall it. When it's off, you can also see the status here that it's off. All right. So from here, I can also share this to whoever. So if I have got people in my organization that I want to share this with, I can actually go ahead and share this gateway with them. With our gateway set up and active, let's now try to connect to our on-premise database. So now what we're going to do from Power Apps, I'm going to create a simple flow that actually retrieves our information from our database. So how we do that, on the left hand side here, I'll go to flows. From here, I'll create a new flow, and this one can be automated or instant. Just use a manual trigger, create. So in here, when I click on the trigger, I want to retrieve our information from the database here. So first of all, confirm that your gateway is up and running. As you can see here, our gateway is online. And in our database, currently we have got 5 rows here. So if we try to pull data, we need to be able to see these 5 rows. So from our Power Automate, I'll select my SQL connection. And here, I'm not inserting any rows, I'm getting a row. As you can see, our connection has been added here. So the moment we add the database, it will ask us to give it a table that we want to retrieve our information from. So the table that we want to retrieve this information from is the complaints table. So from here, I'll just select that complaints table and then click save. What we've done here is that the database is still sitting on our on-premises, but we can still interact with it from the cloud, from Power Automate, from Power Apps, from either you're creating a Canvas application that is feeding directly into that data. You can actually do that whilst it's sitting on premises, as long as the gateway is up and running. Okay. So now we've saved our record. So let's just we've saved our flow. Now we've saved our flow. Let's now just manually test this this out to confirm that we're actually pulling the data from our premises. So continue, run flow. So our flow was successful. If we expand on the get row action, you see that we have got, you can click on download so that we see everything else. Let's give it a pretty configuration. So you see here, we have got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So that's this data right here. We have got Carlos Diaz. If we go to our database, you see that we also have got Carlos Diaz in here. So as you can see here, we've pulled all the information that is sitting on our premises using our gateway as a tunnel that encrypts the information and connects us to the cloud. But that's just pulling the data. You might ask to say, what if I want to build an application on top that actually ports information back to the database that is sitting on premise? Can I write back? Because when you're writing to the database, you're running SQL script where you're inserting into the complaints table. So For that, what I've done is I've created a quick form here. This quick form is just a customer complaints. Using the same flow here, I'll just edit it. I'll remove the manual trigger. Okay. And I'll add a form connector. So what I want to do is, for example, you have got a certain survey that you're running, and the database, it's a MySQL database in our scenario here that is sitting on premises. What I'll do now is I'll interface it because we already have the connection with, and then I'll select my SQL, insert a row. Into which table? I want to insert a row into the complaints table. So the complaint ID is auto increment. Let's just confirm from the database. So I don't have to insert it, but let's just confirm on that one. So the complaint ID is auto increment, and the customer name, I'll just add in the customer name. So I've finished mapping our flow here. I'll just run a quick test manually. So this one will wait until we submit a response. So from our form. So the moment I submit my form, our flow should trigger, and our flow is currently running. And it has completed running. It has run successfully. As you can see here, we've inserted the row. Now, if I go back to my database here, currently we have got 5 rows, 5 records. If I run this again, we have got 6, and the 6th one is the lateral corner with the information that we've just added just now. So from here, you can assign it to someone, and then you can do whatever you want to do. So this is how easy it is to build on top of the current infrastructure that you have. If you've got something that is running on premises, that's how you can interface with it. So gateways are very powerful. It's just that you have to make sure that they are always online, because if they're offline, whatever is happening on the cloud will not be posted to the database that you're trying to post it to. Thank you for watching, and I will see you in the next video. Cheers.